Donna, where you at, Donna? Tell me what you see in this trade. What else do you guys see in this trade since we're talking about this? Donna, where you at, Donna? Tell me what you see in this trade.
A V-shaped recovery.
Okay. What else?
And then it retraced again back down.
Okay. And then you see a turnaround off that 200, right?
Yeah. So I wouldn't, I guess you could, I don't know that I would specifically say it's a turnaround off the 200, which it is. I just see that it's a retracement. It couldn't get across the 200. Yeah. So you use the correct terminology. You couldn't get across. Turnaround off the 200. And you know what I meant to ask you? Which one of these techniques do you use the most often out of those stocks that you trade?
And I trade.
I heard you mention that you do the trap zone every morning. I don't know. Do you?
In the morning, I use a trap zone in the morning, and it's
so
got to be there. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Donna. Go ahead.
So it has to be there for you to take the trade.
It has to be there.
You don't necessarily take the trade every morning.
No, it has to be in that perfect position. Every now and then I'll cheat, but very rarely, because I got to stay with the numbers. Because if I start cheating, then it skews my numbers. So I've got to stay with the rules. Okay. So if it's in that 1, 2, 3, 4 zone, then if we got this, I was drawing a line. So if we got this from yesterday, let's do a white line so we can see it. If we know that we got this from yesterday, well, this is yesterday. Actually, this is yesterday. That's the last, that's the high of yesterday, right? Using the last hour. And here, this would be, that's my trap zone. So in the morning, I couldn't even mess with this. I think I told you guys, I said I couldn't even get down with this thing till it came over here. And actually, this is a bad representation. When I stretch it out, it's actually it's not that wide. Hold on a second. Yeah. Let me see if I can stretch it out. Because it's not that, I just got it scrunched in here because I got 3 days sitting up here on the thing. It's not that scrunched in. But the bottom line was this. When it came right in here, Donna, when it got right in there, yeah, that was it. I knew there was no doubt about it. You got to get in this trade because we're done with all the nonsense in the trap zone. That stuff's over with. I didn't get any of that money up in there. All that money up in there, I missed all that. I missed all that. But I caught all of that.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back to the question though. So which one do you think you use the most often, or is it like a combination?
So when I went through the series, of exercises, and that was a while ago, I found that I was really good at finding those retracements and halts. I don't know, when I was teaching it, halts were really, it's like they made sense to me. And the other thing that made sense to me was that color change. When you had 100% retracement of a small or medium candle, a small, medium-sized candle, 55% retracement of a large candle, that worked for me. I got it. I saw them. I was like, oh, okay, there it is right there. There it is right there. And I could just see it. I was like, okay, there's the retracement right there. Okay, we just retraced it right there. You know, like I would see something like that. I'd be like, boom, I'm all over that right there. I got 100% retracement of this red candle right here. This red candle did not, it has bottom and tail, 2 bottom and tails, boom, I'm coming in right there. Bam. I was like that. Now I got to tell you, Donna, I was much better at that when I was in my 40s than I am now at 60. But then too, you got to remember, I was sitting at a desk doing this. Now I'm kicking back in my chair doing this. So it's a little, it's a little bit different, but I enjoy that. That was probably my go-to, 55 to 100% retracement of a previous colored candle.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my go-to too. I see those all day long.
Yeah, because that allows you to make the most money because you'll be able to make the most trades. Now, granted too, Lauren, you're going to get stopped out the most on those two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I got
Definitely
stopped out a couple times.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where your stop loss comes in. It's critical.
Yeah, you're
Make
going
sure
to
you
get
stick to
stopped
it.
out the most with that technique. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One more thing, real quick, because it's getting late. Oh my God. I know Michelle is probably sleeping. All right. Let me get this out of here. I want to show you guys this really quick. This is just kind of like an overall deal. I want to talk to you guys about the market itself. And I want to talk about cycles. Okay, listen, whatever you hear with those guys talking about on all those news channels and all that stuff, it's nonsense. It's not, look, there's only one cycle when it comes to the market. One. Boom and bust. That's it. That's the secret to the stock market. You have booms and you have busts. That's it. Nothing else. So it's good to know where you're at in the phase. Or am I in the accumulation phase? Okay. This is SPY. Okay. And it's getting scrunched up because I'm bringing in a lot of time. But and let me move this over here so it won't be in your way. And let me get this color. So are we in this phase? Phase one. Are we in this phase? Phase two. Are we in this phase? Phase three. Are we in this phase? Phase four. And if we know what phase we're in, we know that, maybe we're just kind of taking it easy right here. We know in this particular phase, we're going through our accumulation and we're buying. Now, this was COVID. That's an anomaly. That's COVID. That's why that happened. But if COVID had not happened, it probably would have did something like this. Probably would have did, like that, right? But that's how often we gonna have COVID. I don't know. Hopefully not anymore. I don't want no more COVID. Ow. I don't have any more COVID. But what phase are we in? If we're in one, okay, when we're just kind of like treading water, or two, when we definitely should be getting long and accumulating, or we in three, when again, we should just be kind of just thinking about, chilling a little bit, or are we in phase four when those shorts are coming? And here, look at this real quick too. Now, let me scroll back out of here. Let me go back.
And before you end today, can you show us the trade that you messed up on today? So, or the one you got frustrated on?
Yeah.
Awesome.
No
Thank you. This is something we can learn.
Yeah.
To stay a heck away from.
Just stupid. Well, you know what? Again, Don, I looked at it, I was like, that was stupid. What'd you do that for? Okay, so when we have, let me draw this line real quick. I won't hold you guys. So we had this phase right here, right? Okay, and it's trading in that channel right here, and it looks like it's a real short channel. And then from here, we get a step down, and then we get the recovery, okay? And then we have a step down, and it's a lower step down. Wasn't like it was a higher step down that maybe this channel is going to continue going sideways for us. We get a step down where it recovers, and then it retraces with a lower step, and now it's coming back here. And this is what happened today. Now look at this. Is this a flat 200? Yes. Is that an 8 going down? Yes. Is that a 20 going down? Yes. What do we call that?
Picture of
Usually
weakness.
good weakness.
Picture of weakness.
Okay. So what phase do you think we're in the cycle? We in the boom or we in the bust side?
Bus.
Bus.
That was just a little add-on, so. But do you see that? If you know that, if you start seeing that, and do this with all of your stocks, go back, go to the daily, stretch it out, and look and see, where am I at in the cycle of this thing? Where are we at? Where am I at? Where am I at on this stock? Or where am I at on this stock? Oh, and I'm sorry, Brandon, I was supposed to put AMD up. Gosh darn it. Hold on real quick, and then Donna, I'll go to Micron today. Hold on. AMD, right?
Hey, real quick, Mr. Tony, while you're doing
Yes.
that too, kind of on the same wavelength, this is kind of the daily chart. I know you mentioned that a lot of these techniques can be applied on the daily charts as well, right?
Absolutely. Doesn't matter the time frame.
Okay. And I mean, because a lot of times I've noticed that sometimes I'll follow the trend like in a trade throughout the day, and then I look back at the chart later. I'm like, wow, if I would have just stayed in my position and kind of, managed my stop loss, I guess, up, I would have made a huge profit throughout the whole day. Have you ever done that comparison, or like, is there a preference on your end? Like, I guess not really swing trading, because I wouldn't want to keep my position to the next day, but maybe for just the entire day.
Go back and listen in the course, and I talk about how I look at the daily candle.
Yep.
Just to give, but I wait after the first hour of trading.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'll look at that and I say, okay, man, that's a pretty good red candle. That's a pretty good green candle. So I'm thinking in terms of what's the word I'm looking for here, Lauren? Sentiment. To give me a sentiment.
Yep.
Oh, maybe long is the way today. And then let me look at my indicators. Oh, look, I've got it's above the 200. The candles are trading above the 200, and I got all right, well, maybe I'm looking, and my 20 is kind of flattish, kind of looks like it's going to turn up. Maybe that's going to be where I'm going to make the money at today. As just another one of those that you could just throw in there to kind of give you a little more confirmation on trades. That's all.
Okay. So it's not off the table. You can kind of like say, hey, I'm gonna go long the entire day, maybe do some day trades too and add to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or when I take a bigger position, I'm more inclined to take a bigger position in the direction of whatever the sentiment was from the daily, what the daily's looking like, because I'm probably going to get a longer run out of that trade.
Yep.
If it happens to be a green candle, or if it's a red candle, shorting it, I'm probably going to get a longer run out of it than, if I try to go against it.
Got you. And I mean, I guess in short, would you ever see yourself getting in a position, say like 10 o'clock, right? After the market's settled, you've already done that analysis, and then you stay in that position till, let's say, before power hour, right? All day.
It hasn't happened. Hasn't happened very. Doesn't happen very often. You don't see. No, the answer is no.
Okay, that was what I was trying to figure out. Because I've looked back sometimes and I'm like, wow, if I would have stayed in, but I mean, of course, the market doesn't go just constantly up. It would have went right. But
right. Because I got those stops in. It's not going to happen. And it's it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. So like I say, it's pretty rare. The closest you get to that, Lauren, is the grind.
Okay.
That's why I said those will make you rich. These right here, these will make you rich.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of stress out of your life. It takes, keep some gray hairs.
Got you. Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
Hey, Brandon.
Yo, what's up, Mr. Tony?
Okay, so we're going to today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me.
This trade right here, okay, so it opened up on the 8th. So that to me, that was a grind.
Whoa, wait a minute. What do you mean it opened up on the 8th? Talk to me.
Okay, so right here, it opened up right here.
This was the opening trade right here, Brandon.
Right. Traded down, but then would you call that a grind going towards, because the 20 trading up and the 8 trading up?
Okay, hold on a second, Brandon. What time does the market open? 6:30, right? Well, whatever time we happen to be wherever it is you are. So
8:30, my time.
okay, so 8:30. So let's just say this is 8:30. So let's just say that we're gonna go 45 minutes out and say to about 10:15 right here, right?
Right.
Okay. So that'd be like an hour and a half. Actually, that's too long. That's too long. Let me go back. Let me retrace that. I'm doing this for a reason. So that's 9:30 to 10. Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. So about to right here, right? Yeah, to about right here. So let me ask you a question, Brandon. So yesterday, here we go back an hour, which is about right here. So we know how to create the trap zone, right?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
we incorporate the 200, right?
Right.
And we have the 8, the 20, and we have the high and the low
Right.
of yesterday's session going back about an hour, right?
Yeah. So this would have been
So hold on a second, because
Yeah.
you already know where I'm going. You already know.
Yeah.
Why am I doing anything in there at all?
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But just me, but the thing about that is, if I wasn't looking at the trap zone, my
You got
theory
to.
is- yeah,
Brandon, that's why I gave it to you, babe.
right.
That's why
right.
I gave it to you.
But this would have been a scalper's dream. Like, you got 3 red candles going down. I would have took a rejection off the 200, rolled it down here. Then you got this big well and green candle, would have been a turnaround right here, and then I would have jumped back in when it crossed over the 200 for a call.
Well, brother, I'm gonna take some classes from you, because you got big ones, bro. I can't. Hey, listen, all my friends my age got snow white hair. I got my hair black. See, I ain't got no snow white hair. There's no way in the world I can even get down in there at all. That's like the offensive defensive line in a football game. You don't want to be messing around on that offensive line, that defensive line. There's too much chaos going on in there. But do you see how things start to smooth out later on in the game?
And I get why
Take
you say
the easy money, Brandon. Take
I get why you say be patient. But it's good for me, like how I analyze this trade, like all the stuff that you taught us, like candles and reversals and all that. In the first 45 minutes, everything occurred.
Yeah, and it's hard to keep up with that. Now, I mean, I want you to get to that level where you can trade like that, but it's going to take, here's the other thing too. Are you trading options, or are you trading the stock shares themselves?
No, I'm trading options. So my theory right here, like if I was taking this trade, I was telling myself this today. I would have waited for it to, like in the opening, I would have took a put right when it crossed, it came and kind of like halted by the 200. What's that? That's when I would have took a put and rolled it down. And then once I seen that big green candle, I would have bought a call right there.
Okay.
But in all actuality, once it crossed back over the 200, you could have bought a call and you could have rolled that out throughout the day.
Yep. Well, this was all day long, wasn't it?
This is one of them stocks that you said if you would have caught this when it bust over that 200, that would have made you some money right there.
Wow. There's about 3 good trades in there. Really easy trades. Just got to recognize them. But to be honest with you, Brandon, I wouldn't have got down in this area at all. Between there and there yesterday morning or this morning, all that would have been off limits until we got out here about 45 minutes to an hour. And then it gave you the gift. Gave you a gift right there. Showed you where we were going. Showed it to you.
Mr. Tony, I gotta say, boy, around 11 o'clock one of these days, I switched to the 5-minute chart. Man, it was like I was at a resort. I was sitting there trading shares 5 minutes. I was sipping tea, watching it moving slow, and just like, wow. And I'm just making money, man.
In the middle of the session, I told you guys, hour and a half into the session, I flip everything to 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was so relaxing. Like it was a totally different world.
If I tell you guys, I think I even said it, if I had my choice of only one time frame to trade, it would be the 5 minute.
Yeah, I would agree.
Easier, less stress.
Yeah,
I can
it definitely
see
was less
it.
stressful.
You can see it. I mean, you're going, okay, all right, let's see.
Yep.
You know, put your stop in. Okay, I'm cool.
Yep.
If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. This thing runs. I'm golden.
Yep. I agree.
Makes life easy. All right, let me do this real quick for Donna, and then we're gonna get out of here. We gotta go. Too late. It's much too late here. Let's see. We can pull up.
Okay, Mr. Tony, we're trying to give a little love back from mental to technical. So this is good. This is good for us to be able to do a little bit more of this one here, and then next week we can go into the live version of it.
So Donna, where you at, Donna?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, you see, I was in love right here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Trap zone. Okay, I'm all good. And I picked, even though I was drugged up, I won't say that. Erase that out of there, Patrick. Even though I had some pharmaceuticals in me, I could recognize that. Okay. I'm like, okay, cool. Fantastic. Got a little bit of a pullback. As soon as it got right here, I added. Okay. Now, really, I was wrong. I should have really added right here, but I was late. I didn't even see that. I added right here. First color change right here, 100%. Taking out that red candle, my ad should have been right there. But I was late and I added right here. Now, for some strange reason, Donna, and I'm gonna show you this too. This is something to know. When we started trading up here on the 8, I said, okay, I'm cool, I'm on the 8, okay? For some reason or another, when I traded down through that 8, you see how strong that red candle is right there?
Oh, it scared me.
For some reason, I did not get out of my trade. I said, well, you know what? This thing is going to rebound off of the 20. It did not. I had a pretty sizable position on right there. Now, in my right mind, Donna, there is no way I would let such a sizable red candle happen and me take the loss that I took on this thing today. No way. No way. That's not what I do. I know better than that. Even, like sometimes I tell you guys, it takes 2 candles before I get that confirmation. Okay, we've broken the 8. That is 2 candles right there. If you take this red candle right here, you could probably fit it in there about 3 times, maybe 4 times, right?
Yeah.
I know better than that. And I took a huge loss on this one. It was significant loss that I took on that because I took my trade, I took my stop to be the 8. When it crossed the 8 and it crossed it significantly, I didn't even get out here, Donna. I didn't get out until I was here. Right in there. That's where I got out. What are you doing?
But when you look to the right, though, I know we don't know what's going to happen, but
no, we don't.
Stayed in, you would have been
no. Well, had I come back, but at this time, that's why I'm saying by the time we got back into this thing right here, and I took that loss, and I was so mad. You have to see me in live action. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. When I take a loss like that, I was so mad. Because that is a set that no one in this room should take that loss. No one. Maybe, okay, somewhere in here, okay, maybe there, maybe there, but in here, no. No. Why would we give all of those gains back? Why would we give back all those gains? That's a lot of money. I don't trade 100 shares. That was a lot of money for me to give back, a lot. Okay, so, and because I added here, which changed my my average price my cost average, because I had a big ad right here because I thought we were going to do a choo-choo train to the moon thing. Okay,
Which we did later on, but not at that.
later on, and it was a good move. It was a good move. I was pissed. I was mad. I don't curse. I don't like to curse, but I was mad.
Yeah, Don, I threw that if stuff out the window a long time ago. I lost $10,000 on a trade like that before. In one trade.
That's not bad. My biggest loss, which I almost got fired for, I lost I lost $133,000.
Hey, at least it wasn't your money, Mr.
It
Tony.
wasn't my money though.
It wasn't your money.
But it was one of those.
treating other people's money like it's paper money,
Hey,
Mr. Tony.
Have you guys ever had that when your manager comes over to you and says, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" You know where that conversation is going. "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" Oh man, in my office.
Mr. Wilson, can you just draw one candle for me on MU on the daily?
You want to go to daily here?
Yeah, just draw. I want you to let me know if I am understanding how to draw.
Daily. Okay, what do you want me to do now?
Today's candle,
There
that
it is.
long green one,
Uh-huh.
if we cut that into the 50% and wait for tomorrow to see if it closes under the 50%, like the candle has to finish and close. So tomorrow after the market ends. Because if this was a 2-minute, I would look at the next 2 or 3 candles. All right.
So what is that? That's about $90.60 there on that micron,
Yes.
somewhere in
Mhm.
that range.
So if it could close above that, then that would be a good indication that it's going to go up.
Your probabilities go up. But if it trades back down into this level, into this quadrant, then it's going to be hard for it to make a new high. It's probably
Okay.
going to do. When it's in here, in mind, when it's in here, it does that, and it typically does that. But when it trades from here down into here, it's really hard. Go back and look on the course. It's really hard. It usually does something like that, and then it does that.